Excellent. I'm connected to my YouTube finally. Good, 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 good. Good. I'm connected. Great. Now back to my stream. Hi people. I'm back. Now let's do the 30 continuing. Let's continue with the sprint. Oh, come on. Don't do it. Thank you. Oh, let's see. Yeah, thanks. Hi Lynn, how you doing? Thank you for the raid. Hello, people from Kitchen. Hi and goodbye. Thanks for the raid. Welcome to all the people that came from Cat's stream. I'm Angel Faye. I'm a new author, actually. And you're welcome to ask anything, I'll answer. And you can read a little bit about my book also. It's good to have breakfast. My only breakfast that I'm eating every time I'm working, it's like a yogurt, and that's it. Up until something like 1 o'clock at the noon, at the afternoon. That's when I'm the next time I'm eating. So, but at morning, my only breakfast is like 1 or 2 yogurts, and that's it. And then I'm off to work. I'm currently in Atlanta's, I don't know if you remember. Oh. Thank you. I can have a little preview of my notion, that the one that you look for after I finish writing a little bit. If you want, I can show you around my notion. What kind of novel you're writing, Lynn, currently? Yeah, I'll show you later my setup a little bit if you want. I have no problem showing it, so I'm pretty cool with it. I always do some research. I also added a new one, so. Oh, nice! Mine is like my second book of my series. It's a trilogy. This is the second one. And the third one is gonna take some time. It's gonna take time until I write it, because on November I'm gonna write a new one for NaNoWriMo, of course. But for NaNoWriMo, I'm thinking about between fantasy and fiction novel writing for NaNoWriMo. So actually, my Notion, as you saw, I've set up on a page just dedicated for NaNoWriMo dashboard. So that's where I'm gonna do the whole Preptober and everything. Even in this month, I'm gonna prepare myself, because I'm gonna do a little research on fiction and fantasy to see which direction I want to go in NaNoWriMo. And in Proptober, I'm gonna write a few points that I want to write on the book that I'm gonna choose in the end, the name and everything. Oh, nice. I did my first NaNoWriMo on the camp NaNoWriMo on July 2 months ago, and I actually finished it on July 21st, so I finished it right before the end, and you can say I won the freebies that has been receiving there. So let's see about this here on the official NaNoWriMo, because on the camp NaNoWriMo I did, my goal was 20,000, 20k, and I did 21k, so I've passed my goal. So, and I did it before the end of July. Plus, as I was doing the little research on, like more research on drafting and everything, I've just found out about a structure called one-page novel that is pretty cool. Actually, I have it over here. Actually, it's like folded like this one in like 8 cubes, and it's like the first half over here. No, sorry, the first half over here, the pink one, it's like the light side, while the other side, like the upside down, if you look at it the upside down, it's like the dark side of the novel. So it's like pretty cool. So well, let's see, maybe I'll do it in the main one. Who knows? Anything can happen. Because from the way I write, anything can happen actually. So I want to write actually my NaNoWriMo with this one page novel structure to see how it goes. Actually, I think I folded the wrong direction actually. 1 second. Second, let's shift. No, I did it correctly actually. No, I did it the correct one, I think. Never mind. Anyway, on NaNoWriMo, I'm gonna try to write with the one-page novel structure that I found. Well, yeah. Let's say for my novel, this one, I'm almost at my 50k. I did after I finished my goal on camp, I just set myself a 50k goal for myself, and you can say I'm pretty close. I currently I'm at 47,134 words out of 50k, so let's see how it goes, because I'm pretty close. You can say chapter 16 is the longest one, because chapter 16 has 1,354 words, because it's one of my main goals, the center of all the tragedy, you can call it, of all the bad things that can happen before more bad things gonna happen on my novel before I finish Act 2 and move to Act 3. So we'll see how it goes. Oh, nose cheese. My nose is eating. Yeah, but first I need to choose between fantasy and fiction because those I like romance, fantasy, and fiction genres to read mostly. So I want to know which one I want to go with, if fantasy or fiction. That's why on September I'm gonna do my research. That way I will know when to put my book on for NaNoWriMo. Wow. Well, as I don't know if people know, but I'm actually started writing 3 months ago, almost 4 months ago. So I'm pretty new author, but and I'm currently on my second book. Yes, I know. My first book took me 3 weeks to actually write it. So, but my first book I'm still gonna edit it without outside of NaNoWriMo because it doesn't have to do with NaNoWriMo. I'm gonna edit it with my own pace. I'm gonna actually print my first book so I know where to add something, and that way I can edit it. Because it's like goes there like up and down. So I need to read it again, but this time like printed, so I know what's going on there. Mm. Yeah, actually it is. At first, when I first started writing it, actually, it's like it's because I had it running in my head and just I wanted to put it out, as I can call it like that. But what I do hate myself about is that I actually publish it through through draft and to digital and through KDP. So I'll have to edit it because it. Well, I don't have actually some. No one had bought it actually. So but it's okay. I was I was prepared for that. But with my second one, the current one, I'm actually before publish it to Draft and Digital or KDP. I'm actually going to see how it's going to get popular on BookNet or Inkit. Currently, they are very popular there. My second book is actually very popular on those two sites. So I'm gonna see after I finish it. This book has actually 25 chapters because it includes prologue and epilogue, except for the 23 chapters that currently has. That will have. So okay, let's do some 5 minutes of break. Tanchi, are you good? You're okay? You're alive there? Yeah, exactly. Well, you can say my first one is like mostly like from I don't understood. It's like novella because it's under 30K. But I'm sure that after editing and everything, it's gonna become like 50K, maybe more, because it needs some editing. You can say that before I started writing my current one, I did a little researches. So that's how I came up with structure, because the first one I was writing without structure. This one I'm actually writing with Save the Cat structure. That's why it's going on pretty good. The first one I did without structure. So this one has scenes, like, so it's pretty easy. Plus every scene has few points that I'm actually writing. Let's see. Well, Save the Cat actually, for fantasy, it almost never works, I think. but there are structures for fantasy also. There's need just a little few research to do. But Save the Cat is mostly for a novel of romance and mystery, something like that, than the fantasy world or the fiction world. Or more like mystery. But if I'm right, if I'm correct also, oh, let's see. Let's see, the one that I'm actually using, you can actually use for fantasy the one-page novel that I'm actually, I can actually send you one. Try the link that I've sent you, Lynn. You have there like explanation about the one-page novel that is actually pretty good for the fantasy writers. Let's do another 30 minutes of, let's see. Sure. I found out like 2 days ago. I found out about it, and it's like pretty cool, because she has it like really down to earth. This one-page novel thing. Oh, come on! My timer is giving me a trouble now again. Does someone knows how to put a good timer that says how many minutes I can put for a break or for stream or for sprinting? Because the one I downloaded for my stream is like giving me a hard time. Yeah, I didn't mean to stop it. Thank you. Oh man. finished. Chapter 16 is over. I wrote today 529 words. And in total, chapter 16 has 1,512 words. That brings me really, really, really close to 50K. So I'm pretty good with that. And now, time for a little editing. I'm using actually an app called Pro Writing Aid, because English is not my first chapter, it's not my first language, so that's why I'm using it to see if my grammar is okay and if it's correctly written. And from what it's showing me, I have lots of grammar problems, and I need a lot to do correctly. I'm glad to hear it. Now that I finished this scene of chapter 16, I'm gonna editing, but wait, I'll show you actually the app that I'm using. One second. I'm gonna cut this one and one second. I'll get a little bigger. Can you see the app, Len, that I'm using? I have 71 Grammarly and words to fix. This is how I edit my scenes. As you can see, the manuscript of my every episode from summary to current one, all of this was corrected by Pro Writing Aid, and it's like very helpful for me. So with this app, I'm always editing my words, my grammar, and everything, because I can't do it without it. Okay, for you. If you want, I can read it a little bit above the chapter, well, this scene if you want me to read it. Yeah, I also write everything in Scrivener, but I sometimes Scrivener doesn't really recognize those small Grammarly errors that like Pro Writing Aid or Grammarly. So that's why I'm using it. So what do you say, Ellen? You want me to read it a little bit this scene, or should I just continue editing as you watch it? To get up. How do I get up? Rinse from those. After eating breakfast, they dressed Drew and drove to the mall in town to buy stuff for their baby that was growing up inside of her. After an hour of shopping, James left Maddie with Drew in the coffee shop and went to put the stuff that they bought into the car. While he was putting them away, he noticed a man standing on the other side of the road, looking in the direction of Maddie. Looking toward, yes. At first, he thought at Maddie. At first, he thought he could be waiting for someone. He could wait. At first, he thought he could wait for someone and was just looking up front. But a few moments, okay, a few minutes later, he leaves. That was weird. Maybe he forgot something or remembered something. Well, whatever. Jim brushed away those weird thoughts and went back to Maddie, that was sitting pale in the coffee shop while Drew was already sleeping in his stroller. Aww. Hi, Blinkerell. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to my stream. Aww. Oh, that's okay. I'm actually currently editing my scene from chapter 16 with Pro Writing Aid, and at the same time I'm reading the chapter to see how it's ringing in my mouth currently. So, thank you for the follow. That was sitting pale in the coffee shop was okay. Upon arriving, he noticed Maddie was nervous and trembling. What's wrong, Maddie? Can we go back home, please? Yeah, sure, let's go. Maddie got up fast from her seat and walked to the car. I better ask her when we reach home. Yeah, that's what I'm writing it. That's what I'm reading. So you can find out a little bit about my story. I have a lot of editing to do, so it's like 53, as you can see over here. 53 real-time editing words. So it's like a lot of editing. But it's okay. The more you edit it, the more it sounds normal. All the way back home, Maddie was nervous. She couldn't believe that John had found her. Why did it have to be now that she's pregnant? I hope James is not mad at me. James, are you mad at me for cutting short our trip? What? Of course not. I know it was weird, but then I thought that maybe you got tired because of the pregnancy. See, I know it was weird, but then I thought maybe you got tired because of the pregnancy. I would never be mad at you. Let's just arrive home and eat our lunch there. Maddie smiled at his consideration of her and the pregnancy, but she knew the real reason that they had to cut short their beautiful hangout. How could it be possible that John had found her? Plus, he saw her with Drew and James he probably thinking that I'm married now. God, what am I going to do now? I'll have to leave them, but I can't. Now that I've finally found the happiness that I've been looking for so long. Shoot. For so long. For so long. Yes. Oh, no. Shoot. Yes. Me. Oh, man. So, after an hour of driving, they finally arrived home. As James opened the front door, he uploaded the stuff that they bought for the baby. Mary was helping Drew out of the car when she noticed a car parking in front of their house. When the tinted window was lowered, she saw John's evil smile. Mary hugged Drew and walked inside. When the tinted window lowered, James watched as Maddie carried Drew inside with a rush. When he turned around, he saw a strange black car parking in front of their house, and the windows were tinted. I need to ask her what is going on. After finishing uploading all the stuff, James finds Maddie sitting on the couch hugging her knees. Andrew is on his carpet, playing with his toys. James approached her on the couch and hugged her. Maddie, what is going on with you today? Maddie lifted her head from her knees and looked at James. She sighed to herself and confessed to him, because she knows that if he doesn't know the truth, she'll feel bad. If he didn't know the truth. I need to tell you something. Just don't be mad, okay? It's okay, Maddie. You can tell me. After I left to put the stuff in the car, I had a weird feeling that someone was watching me. At first I didn't pay attention to that. But as Drew dropped his toy, I picked it up. I saw him across the street, looking at us. Who was watching you, Maddie? John Brown. He found me, and he saw me with you and Drew. Plus, he followed us here. I'm afraid, James. What are we going to do? At first I thought of leaving you. Yeah, I know, it's a stupid idea. James looked at her with a shock as she said that. But I can't do it. I love you both too much. Plus our baby is growing up. Sorry, my throat is dry. James looked at her and his eyes softened a bit, and then hugged her. Don't worry, Maddie. We'll fight him. I won't let him near you or our family. Was he in that black car with tinted windows that stood in front of our house a minute ago? Maddie nodded her head. James got up from the couch and headed to the entry to see the license of the car. But as soon as he opened the door, he heard the car leaving the place. Coward. God, I should have taken a picture of that car and the license. It's okay, James. We'll now have to be more careful from now on. You're right. I'll tell Mom and Dad about it so they know how he looks in case he showed up again, and they can call the police. The most annoying thing is, oh shoot, no, is that I need to go back to the base. I'll let my commander know about it too, just in case. I'll be careful, James. I love you. What do you say for now? Does it sound good? The story? After several hours later, as many prepared their late lunch, someone knocked on the door. Coming, she yelled from the kitchen and went to open the door. Upon arriving at the door and opening, the mailman stood there and smiled. Good evening, miss. I have a letter for Madison Weber. Are you her? The mailman asked. That's weird. Who could have to send me a letter? Maddie thought to herself, and then said, Yes, I'm her. Thank you. Have a nice day. Maddie smiled at him and took the letter that was addressed to her. As she was closing the door, she opened the letter, and as she was reading it on the way back to the kitchen, she froze in her place. The letter was from John, and as she continued to read it, her heart was beating like crazy from fear. Her heart was beating like crazy from fear. Dear Madison, I see you finally found a happy family to be with. Well, sorry. Not sorry. Oh, sorry, but not sorry. If you don't leave that man right now, I'll kill him and that brat. So you better make the right decision, and don't you dare to tell anyone about this letter, because it will end badly for everyone. Your beloved one, John Brown. P.S. See you soon. After finishing reading the letter, she sat down in the kitchen chair and cried. What is she going to do now? Manny doesn't want to leave James and Drew. And what about their unborn baby that is growing inside of her? She knows that if John finds out, he'll kill it. Maddie took a big breath and released it slowly. She got up from her chair and went to look for James. She plans to unfinish it once and for all. Maddie gets to the living room where she sees James playing with Drew. The lunch is ready? James was smiling at her James was smiling as he saw her entering the living room. But as soon as he sees her red eyes, his smile has fallen, and he reached her. What's wrong, my love? Mary gave James the letter, and she just received from John. He took the letter and read it. As he read it, his eyes became bigger. That bastard! How dare he threaten you with this stupid letter? You will not leave us, right? Actually, I was thinking about it. I love you two so much that I want nothing to happen. I love you two so much that I don't want anything to happen, but I want nothing to happen to you. I want nothing to happen to you, but I want this nightmare to be over. I know, my love. We can put on a plan without him knowing, and the moment that he kidnaps you, in the moment, okay, we can put on a plan without him knowing, and the moment that he kidnaps you, we'll try to stop him somehow. Let's first eat, and after that, we'll think of something. Thank you for showing me this letter, Maddie. I know it was hard for you. I love you. I love you too. Maddie and James picked Drew up from the carpet that he was currently playing with his toys and went to eat their lunch. They have a long night ahead of them. They need to think of a plan to stop John and put him behind bars once and for all. Well, finish editing, and from 1,512 words, I finished with 1,487 words. That is also a good one. Right on time. I finished editing and reading my chapter. That is good. Let's see, where is it? There we go. The letter. Okay. Len, can you see my Notion? Uh, Len, are you here? Mm-hmm. Sure, no problem, Lynn. Thank you for being here. Oh, medium. Good. Medium. Okay. I guess it has 3 viewers. Okay. You're lurking around, that's okay. Well, as you notice, I'm also using my Notion. Let's see, it's this one. Oh no, I'm on chapter 17. Can you believe it? Chapter 17. Let's see, my Miller note. Oh, 267. 267. 267. 267. Guess what, people? I'm on my last act 2, which chapter 17. That is called Dark Night of the Soul. As in, everything's going to go down and up. Let's hope for that. If I plan it correctly, it's supposed to be up and down. 17 is going to be a little bit down, and then chapter and on scene, the last scene of chapter 17, it's going to go a little bit up, and 18 and on, it's gonna go just up. So now I'm trying to plan the whole thing.
לא יודע מה קרה, אבל הרגשתי, מרגיש כאילו פעמיים, כאילו חום כזה פה בגב בצד שמאל, זה מה קרה.
Well, let's see. Does someone knows how to use the Pomo timer that says work time and break time? Because the timer that I've downloaded, it's giving me a hard time sometimes, and it's like driving me nuts. So if someone knows how to put that Pomo timer, I'll be very grateful. I'm getting annoyed with my timer that I'm currently having. Let's see if I found it. Well, I'm officially stuck now on chapter 17. So I'm gonna stop my. Yes. Well, now I have to plan my chapter 17 because on chapter 17 I'm going to actually. Well, I know I did say I wanted chapter 16 to be the beginning of her kidnap, so. Well, it ended a little bit different than I was thinking. So, chapter 17, she's going to be kidnapped. Now, how I'm gonna kidnap my female, and how they're going to plan for her to be kidnapped, so they can rescue her on chapter 18, the beginning of 19, with the aha moment. So I'm gonna end my stream right here, right now. I'm thankful for Blinkerbell and Itanshi and Ken and Vera for following my stream, and for Kat for the raid. And I'm gonna think, let's see, I think I'm gonna raid David, because, let's see, I need to hear his name. Let's raid David, as in Talon, because I'm pretty stuck here. I'm pretty stuck right now. So I'm gonna rate him.